After putting this off for a stupid amount of time, I am finally starting YouTube. So here I have my first video today where I'm going to be showing you how to create this really highly requested bronzy look on Christy here. I'm starting with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I put this all over the eyelids, creates a nice base for the eyeshadows so they can go down smoothly, last all day and come out really vibrant in colour. Once I put that down, I also set that with a translucent powder, which I will show you here. I use the Beverly Neutral Set. Once that's all down and set, I'm going to start going with my transition shade, which is Anastasia Beverly Hills Burnt Orange. This is going to help with the blending of all other colours and keep everything nice and gradient. So once my transition shade is down, I'm going to start to go in with some deeper colours and gradually build up the crease. So I'm going in with a slightly deeper colour than the transition here and blending that out to add some depth. It's a process, you have to gradually build up with deeper colours. You can't just go in with a dark one, it's not going to work. So I'm building up with 3 different colours here. They're all by Inglot. The shades will come up in a moment. Here they are. Excuse my nails, they are freaking feral. But yeah, I'm building them up in the crease, back and forth, and then in little circular motions. That's what I find tends to work the best for a seamless blended look. So while I'm just blending my life away here, I thought I'd quickly add that I personally prefer to do the eyes before the base because I hate fallout from eyeshadows onto your base when you've already got your foundation on. You don't have to do it like this, everybody's different, it's just my personal method. And then I'm going straight in here with a bit of black eyeshadow. I like to use Corrupt by Makeup Geek. It's nice and black, blends well, and just placing that on the outer V. And then I'm going straight in with Too Faced Glitter Glue, mapping out a bit of a half cut crease, so not all the way, just half of the eye. Wet my brush with Fix Plus and going straight in with 2 Inglot pigments here. I mix number 69 and number 124, and it sort of gives you that beautiful bronzy metallic look, which I've got here as you can see. When you are using loose pigments or cutting out half cut creases or full cut creases, it's best to use a nice round flat brush. I find they work the best for giving you precise application so you can get the pigment where you want it so it can look nice and cut out as I have here. I'm pretty certain this is the Inglot 7SS brush if anyone's wondering, but I'm not 100% certain. Those are the pigments that I used, and then I'm just doing the other eye, and as you just saw, I go back in after I place the pigment on the lid and just blend out so there's no harsh lines. Now we're moving on to base, so I'm using the wow, can someone not text me right now? Anyway, before that abrupt interruption, I'm using Becca Backlight Priming Filter as a primer to add a nice glow to the skin, and then I'm going straight in with Nice Sheer Glow in the shade Stromboli for Christy. I'm bouncing this onto the skin because it pushes it into the skin, gives a better finish and better coverage. And then I'm going in with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC20 and putting that onto the eyes. I tend to use this shade and this concealer on so many clients. It's a great universal shade. Love this concealer, it's great coverage. As you can see, it's really lifted the eyes there. Then I'm going straight in with my Temp 2 airbrush machine and airbrushing over. There's lots of benefits of airbrushing, but I think I can do that in a separate video. Might do a video all about airbrushing. If you'd like that, let me know. I'm using the shades 3 and 6 in the SB silicone based Temp 2 here. Now coming in from all sorts of weird angles to blend that down the neck, and I'm setting her face with the Beverly translucent powder, stippling and pressing once again rather than swiping so we don't move the makeup. Setting the under eyes with the Beverly too and pressing that in with the damp beauty blender. Now I'm going over with the MAC Studio Fix powder to set the face and add more coverage before going in with the Kat Von D Banana powder to also add more coverage under the eyes. I'm contouring here with the Kat Von D. When I contour, I always contour upwards when I'm blending, never blend down because that will bring your face down rather than lift it up. Contouring the nose here with Kat Von D too, and now I am bronzing with MAC Gimme Sun. This is a nice warm orangey shade to add some warmth to the face, whereas contouring is going to add a definition. Once I'm done with bronzing up the face, I'm going to go in with a little bit of MAC's Melba Blush, pop that on the apples of her cheek to add a little wash of colour. Now I'm highlighting my absolute favourite part of any makeup with the Kathleen Lights Makeup Geek palette, putting that down the bridge of the nose, cupid's bow and cheekbones. It adds so much life to the face, I think, and makes everyone's skin look beautiful. That's why it's my favourite step. And blending that out so you don't have a big harsh line of highlight, because so many girls do that and it looks absolutely shit, to be completely honest. Now I'm going to do the brow, so I'm mapping out a line underneath and pressing upwards in the front so it's most natural, and then defining the tail of the brow. So to do this, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and this is the shade taupe or taupe, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. I watch too many American YouTubers, they say it differently. So yeah, taupe or taupe, I don't know what the Aussie version is. But yeah, just doing that now, as you can see, brushing through the brows as I go to natural them up, and then they look like this. So now I'm going underneath on the lower lash line. I love a smoky lower lash line, so I pretty much replicate what I did on the top, where I start with lightest, go to darkest, building up the colour. So I'm going in with the same 3 Inglot colours here that I used in the crease earlier, as you can see, starting from lightest to darkest, using the darkest one on a small shader brush to really push it close to the lash line. And now I'm doing eyeliner. So I like to use art brushes for my eyeliner to get a really fine, precise line. I also like to use cake eyeliners. I find them the easiest to work with. Getting Christy to open her eyes to map out the wing, get her to shut them again, fill it in, colour it in. That's pretty much how I do my wings. So once the wings are on, I go on with mascara. I bend my brush so I can get right in there and coat all the lashes, pushing up to add the most volume possible, then also doing a coat on her lower lashes as well. There's a shot of Chrissy so you could see how the wing liner looks. Adding black in her waterline, and she's probably hating me for this, and then going in with black on a really small shader brush and smoking out that lower lash line. Highlighting her brow bone with MAC Nylon, my absolute favourite, and blending that out. Going in with these Model Rock lashes, pop them on. So I always start by putting the lash in the center first and then putting the sides on and squish them together to press them into the real lashes. Then going over with eyeliner to hide all the glue. Voila! Opens their eyes, looking amazing. And then going in to do some inner corner highlighter here. So I mixed 2 things for this. I mixed the Inglot pigment in 121 and the Inglot sparkle dust in number 3, which gives you that really bright, intense inner corner. Now I'm lining the lips with NYX Natural Lip Liner. Love these lip liners, so creamy, really nice. Great nude, goes with everything. And going in with the Model Rock Liquid Silk Gloss in the shade Urban Attraction. I actually sell these, I love them, they're so good. This is a beautiful sort of earthy toned nude shade. Putting that all over her lips for a nice glossy nude. Finishing it up, doing the finishing touches. And we are pretty much done. Here's the before and after. Thanks so much for watching. Any questions or video requests, let me know. I hope this wasn't too horrible for my first crack at a YouTube video, and I'm sure there's many more to come. Bye guys.